how much time you were talking about a good watch. Did you enjoy watching America's Most Watched Network, the network of stars?
You want to see a dead body?
I mean, speaking of, like, we started the show with Billy Napier and about him being fired. Like, speaking of fired coaches, I mean, what's the point of going on like this?
Oregon Statute 166.07, abuse of a corpse in the first degree. We talked about one of the fun things of this season would be figuring out all these quarterbacks who haven't started before, like who hit on them, who didn't. And that was one of the real mysteries of the season and kind of like one of the fun things to figure out. I think they got one, guys.
Yeah. Oregon, yeah.
Dante Moore looks really good.
Really good.
Like, I'm a little worried still about their other receivers not named DeCorian if they play good athletic defenses, which Oklahoma State's not. But Dante looks good. That team's going to be dangerous.
And again, Oklahoma State is a dumpster fire, but how many times, even on short little screen passes, do you see 4 blockers out in front just mowing people down in the open field?
That's part of his offense.
But I agree. But to your point,
Dylan Gabriel, Bo Nix, like Will Stein's done this with every quarterback he has.
But to your point about wide receivers, I don't need Gary Bryant Jr. to get one-on-one deep, perfect route running. But you give Gary Bryant Jr. the ball and blockers, and that's a guy who can go and make explosive plays for you.
Just listen. They had a 65-yard touchdown, a 42-yard touchdown, a 59-yard touchdown, a 25-yard touchdown, and a 19-yard touchdown. And then they had plays of 51 yards, 53 yards that weren't touchdowns. It was just big play after big play. Like, this is an extremely explosive team.
If you're into that kind of thing, yeah.
And they look.
Malik Benson also, talk about somebody who used to be on a milk carton and is now like, oh, hey, let's go. Like, he's playing well for Oregon.
Like, this team looks terrifying. And again, I agree with you. I think Oklahoma State's ass, but like, I think Oregon is terrifying. I'm very happy that they are not on Illinois' schedule this year, because I remember what they did to Illinois last year, and I feel like this year would be worse.
Did you hear Dante Moore decided to make this about Phil Knight?
Yes.
No, I didn't hear what.
You don't come in here talking about.
You don't come in here talking about like that. You don't talk about her. Come on, our 82-year-old benefactor. Let's go. Don't say that about Grandpa.
Knight would die for me, and I would die for him. You don't come talking about him like that. I'll kill you, Mike Gundy. That's word for word what he said. No.
I mean, the whole team took it personal. Like, I didn't even need that. Like, I didn't even need that part of the argument. You know, like, there's plenty of a Mike Gundy argument. But in that little subhead of the story on CBSSports.com, when I said the legend becomes a liability, that's being a liability. You're going into this game with the team that you've got against the team that they've got. And you're making matters worse.
Did you see the handshake between Lanning and Gundy before the game?
Yeah, it seemed like.
Did you see the glimmer in Dan's eye?
Yeah, he knew.
I knew Oklahoma State was dead. I was like, "Oh no, he's gonna put up 100 if he can." He was like, "Hey, coach, good to see you."
I mean, and remember when he was, what was the play? He got furious early about the small things that weren't clicking. And I was like, oh God. We haven't talked, I do appreciate our conversations with Dan Lanning. I don't think I've ever talked about music with him, but the style of his football teams is death metal. You know? Just like, and I just, he wanted everything perfect. Yeah, very impressed with the Ducks. Equally horrified at what's become of the Oklahoma State football program right now.
There's the running joke that all the spreads in the Big 12 are 3 points.
Nope.
In either direction. I don't think that's the case this year.
There are definitive good teams and bad teams.
Yeah. you're going to have some teams in the Big 12 that win 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 ball games. Because I don't know how many upsets UCF, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, maybe a few others are actually going to pull this year.
I'd agree with that. What about Oregon? We just talked.
How big is the gap between the third best Big Ten team and the fourth, depending on who you think
It's
the fourth
huge.
is?
I honestly think there's a significant gap between the second and the third. And the third might not be the team everybody thought was third before the season started.
Ooh.
I think it's Ohio State and Oregon.
Oh, and the third is Penn State. Okay,
Mhm.
that's fine. But it's not like there's a new team to introduce. That's still the top three.
Yes, but I think in my estimation, Oregon has jumped over Penn State.
I don't know that I'm willing to fully go there yet, but I think we can talk about a big three and not a big two.
Yeah, well, I mean, Oregon has to go to Penn State, so Penn State still very much has that in their favor.
And final record and who wins head-to-heads might be different than
Sorry,
overall.
I just saw Tom's joke in the private.
Yeah, I'm not making that on the show.
No. Not unless you want a mid-season vacation. Yeah.
Sponsored
right.
Cover 3 podcast, and we'll just give you our DM. You give enough money to be a title sponsor for a whole daggum season? Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? I think I think that what you just said, Bud, I was thinking big two. And don't forget about Oregon. They're good enough, but we were also looking at this. The floor could be 8-4 was like a quote that was said here on the Cover 3. No way. Absolutely not. The floor for this team is 10-2.
Some of the other teams on Oregon's schedule also look like meaningfully worse than we thought as well.
Yeah.
Right. Like, Rutgers has lost some really important line of scrimmage players just 2 weeks into the season, left tackle and I think their best defensive lineman. You're not going to lose to Rutgers now without those guys, those bodies to bang, right?
At Iowa, not scary.
Right. Iowa's not scary.
Northwestern next week could be huge.
Oh, yeah. You're right, Tom. You're right. It could be a huge score.
Yeah.
It could be even worse than 69-3. That is true. It could be huge.
Dan told us he's excited to play in the lakefront.
Hey, he did. He did tell us that.
Gonna see that glimmer in his eye again.
I mean, that's the thing is he knows. He's like, okay, all right. We invest at a top 10 level. We're trying to go win championships. How about this thing that's not a thing to me, but I want to see if it's a thing for y'all. This is actually probably a good, appropriate Cover 3 podcast conversation because I'm not going crazy about the Mekhi Hughes thing at this point. I think some people are like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe he's not getting more touches. He was their big transfer portal addition. What is going on? What does he need to do to impress the coaching staff? They have so many good players and they are still so effective. I don't think that this is, it's not moving me one way or the other.
Did you guys see who's number 6 in the Heisman voting now?
Wait.
Well, not voting, but with the Heisman odds.
Is it more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wide open race. Like John Mateer is your new Heisman favorite.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But no, Winnington's awesome. Lamar, not Lamar, but Limar. Like they've got dudes, and they all sit together. Not stand. They stand together on the sideline. They're rotating them in and out. I don't know. I think that's the look of a good team. So I'm not going to freak out about it.